Hey, in the shop today, I got my good buddy Jim Hespenheide from Paul's Chrome. How you doing, Jim?
Very good, Dennis. Good to see you again.
You brought the bright stuff again.
Absolutely.
Well, some bright, some not so bright. But well, you guys have been chroming now for quite some time.
Since 1977.
Wow, that is quite some time.
Yes,
and you got a lot of folks doing it too, right?
We have 26 full-time people right now working on custom antique automobile parts.
And that really is the kind of the core of your business. I mean,
absolutely.
Probably you're one of the the bigger shops doing it, as a matter of fact. Well, now, of course, everybody thinks about chrome, they think about bumpers and stuff like that. But you chrome other stuff. I mean, we've talked in the past. We talked about you chrome plastic.
Yes.
I mean, this thing should be about 10 pounds, and it's about 6 ounces. But that's chromed plastic. You also you polish stainless. A lot of people don't realize that much of the bright work on these cars is in fact stainless steel, polished stainless, not chrome.
Right. There are a lot of trim pieces off of the old muscle cars that are stainless. And this piece, for example, is taken to a high shine, and we can do a lot of repair work to stainless. All these little specks that you see on the back are all individual hammer marks. This thing was smashed in and taken back to the right shape by working it out on a steel table with a hammer, just like an old school blacksmith would do.
And then once you got it smooth and silky,
then sand it out lengthwise, to eliminate any waves in the metal, and then buff to a high shine.
But I tell you, it's the before and after stuff that you guys do. You can bring things back literally from the dead. This grill shell is one of my favorite examples. I cannot believe you could turn that into a usable grill again.
People call our shop all the time and say I have a grill that has a couple of rusty bars or some bent missing bars, and that's really not a problem for us. We cut those bars out, make new bars, and just weld them in. It's very time consuming, but we can do almost anything with a piece of metal.
Yeah, that is proof that you can do anything with a piece of metal. The other thing I think people don't realize is they think, okay, I'm going to take this thing and I just need it re-chromed. But it's often really, really badly degraded. I mean, here's another, before and after. That's a really rough surface that you've got to get perfectly smooth first.
Absolutely.
And then it's a multi-stage process. It's not just chrome. It's actually copper, nickel, then chrome. And is this a work in process?
Absolutely.
Here?
This is a work in process, and you can see how this is starting to get level and smooth on the front. The front was degraded just like the back. All these deep pits, this is an old piece of pot metal or zinc die cast, and we stripped the old coatings off, sandblast the corrosion out of the pits, and then sand down as much as we can. But you can't always sand all of the pits out or you cut holes in. So then we start building up with copper, sanding the copper down. Do that over and over again until we have a perfect finish for the final copper, nickel, and chrome.
And it has to be perfect.
Absolutely.
Or it won't be perfect at the end.
Absolutely.
Well, here's another. I mean, this is another pot metal example. I'm just blown away by this piece. I mean, this was again very badly pitted, very common. 50s, 40s cars are going to look like this, and you can go from here to here.
Yes.
Well, I also like, when I get a piece of chrome back from you, it actually fits back on the car. And that's not always the case because that process causes like bolt holes and stuff to get smaller.
Absolutely, and we try to do the best job that we can to make sure that the parts are going to fit whenever we're done with them. We stand behind our work for life, for as long as you own the vehicle, and we do take great pride in making our parts fit the car. It's no good if you can't use it.
It really isn't. It's just not the same if it's on a shelf instead of on the car. You guys can do custom bumpers too. I mean, a lot of people in customization, they're going to really rework a bumper, but you can do all that and then bring it back.
We can eliminate bolt holes for people, weld studs into the back of bumpers. Another thing on front bumpers that have license plate areas, we've had a number of customers want us to cut that license plate, the recessed license plate out. We form sheets of steel and weld in so that it looks like a smooth bumper. We can do almost anything with a piece of metal.
32 years?
32 years.
It's been a while.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, if you got some once shiny stuff that you want to make shiny again, Paul's Chrome's probably where you want to take that. You want to learn more about it? Log on to myclassiccar.com. Yeah, this is the one that blows me away, though. Well, actually, that grill shell's pretty wild.
For classic performance products, cruise over to the Speed Shop Mall at eggespeedshop.com.